you can do so much with your life. You can find so many things that not only make you money, but you're also good at or passionate about. And I think that was like the biggest thing for me, is like I had nothing that I like to do.
Welcome back, everybody, to Master in 5. Today I have a great guest, MasiTrades. She's been on the show before, so if you don't know her story, you got to go back and listen to that episode. If you're curious more about her, we'll have her links in the description below. But I really wanted you today here on the show to dive into something that I know a lot of people are dealing with every single day. And we've never talked about on the show before, so this is a first, and I love it.
Okay.
Family expectations. Because I know you've talked to me off camera and mentioned you've had to deal with that in the past.
Yeah.
So I'm very curious, could you explain what you mean by like family expectations and being a trader?
Yeah, so when, obviously I was growing up, when I got into college, my parents wanted me to get into the medicine field. I come from a Middle Eastern background, so It's kind of expected to get into engineering or a doctorate or nursing. And the first 2 years into college, I was like, this is not for me. So I like dropped out, and my parents were like, no, you need to finish, like do something else. So then I went back, I did IT.
Yep.
I worked in corporate for a couple years. And when I started trading after about like, I want to say 1.5 years, 2 years, I quit my job. And to this day, now obviously I'm an experienced trader. Like I haven't worked in about 3 years. And my dad still asks me like, hey, when are you going to get a job? What are you going to do? Like, I'm like, I have a job.
Yeah.
I have, my bills are paid. I'm good. He's like, when are you going to get a job? I'm like, no, this is it. Like, this is what I want to do. So there are higher expectations, I feel like, and they don't really take trading seriously, or, you know, even starting a business on your own seriously, especially if you come from certain backgrounds. So it's definitely been difficult.
Why, like, how have you been able to deal with that? Because there's some people who won't even try something, even though they want to try something. Like, was that hard for you to like, I'm going to try something even though this is not traditionally what my family expects?
Yeah, honestly, it was harder because I'm the eldest girl, and I'm the only girl too. So it is a little bit harder to kind of lead them into it. But honestly, how I did it was I started it. It was something that I just wanted to learn, and slowly, gradually, I kind of kept them out of it a little bit, but slowly, gradually just became more profitable, consistent with it, and experienced. And then I told them like, hey, I didn't even tell them that I left my job until about like a couple months later. I was like, no, let me just wait to see, to make sure like it's working after I left my job. But yeah, it's kind of, you just have to find it in you to do what makes you happy, because at the end of the day, like this is something you're doing for the rest of your life, or this is something that's going to set you up to do something else. And, you know, if that's where your life takes you, you can't have another person, no matter how much they mean to you, kind of hold you back from that.
Was there times where it did hold you back before you pursued it and went all the way to trading?
Yeah, 100%. Like there was a lot of moments where even when I was like consistent, I didn't want to leave my job because I just didn't know like how they were going to react. And there was a lot of points in college where I wanted to drop out, and I didn't, because obviously my parents wanted me to finish, and I only finished college because of them, and I only got into corporate because of them. So there was a time where I wanted to get into beauty. I wanted to start a YouTube channel, and that kind of held me back from doing that too. And there are like regrets, like, you know, like when you want to do stuff and you allow someone else, even, you know, someone like your parents, hold you back. And I will say like that, you don't want to live with regrets. So whatever you want to try it. If it works, great. If it doesn't work. Like at least you know that, hey, I tried to do this. It was something that I was passionate about at the time. If it didn't work, it is what it is. But at least you know that you gave yourself the opportunity.
100%. And for me, like I actually went to college mostly because I thought I had to. You know, like my parents were like, you're going to be the first kid to go to college in our family. You have to do this. And once you do that, you got to get a job, because then you could be successful. So it was in my head that I was trained like I had to get a job to make money, to be successful. And then when I made money and made success, quote unquote, in a corporate world, I was miserable.
Yep.
Hey, we wouldn't be able to do these face-to-face interviews if it wasn't for our sponsor, Cobra Trading. So if you can just give them a few seconds of your time, we'd really appreciate it. Cobra Trading is the go-to broker for day traders and short sellers. And I'm not the only one saying this. In fact, Benzinga awarded Cobra Trading as the go-to broker for short selling. They have a heavy focus on direct market access order routing, so you have the fastest execution. They have some of the best locate prices and availability. They also have amazing customer service. I've experienced many different brokers, and it's why I use them every single day and why I'm proud to have them as our sponsor. Sign up now by clicking the Be the Trader referral link below and earn 1 free month of software with Cobra and 25% off all commissions. Now let's get back to the show. Then I wanted to leave, and leaving, like when I told my family I was leaving, first off, you were smarter. Like, you made money, you were consistent. I wasn't consistent. They're like, what are you doing? When are you gonna make money? I was like, I don't know. I'm just gonna do this and I'm gonna make it happen. And I can tell you that like it was very hard, and it's still hard sometimes to explain to them like, yo, like I don't do anything for the money. And that right there was the hardest for them to understand. Like, I'm gonna do this because I like to do it, and I'll eventually get there.
Yeah.
Is there something that maybe because I'm ignorant, I don't know some of the things that you had to go through, right?
Yeah.
And I know that. Is there something that maybe you could share that also was challenging with the family dynamics for you when you were pursuing trading?
Yeah, so my parents, like I said, come from a Middle Eastern background. My dad, they're both immigrants. We immigrated here, so they were very hardworking. They were all about money, money, money. Like, you have this, money makes the world go round. Like, whatever you do, it has to make income. And just like you, like, I felt like my only path in life was going to college and finding a job. And I think that limits people so much in like what they can do. Like, you can do so much with your life. You can find so many things that not only make you money, but you're also good at or passionate about. And I think that was like the biggest thing for me, is like I had nothing that I liked to do, but it was making me money. So I was just like, let me just keep doing it and keep doing it. But that mindset holds you back from so much more that you can do that can potentially take you way further in life. So that was my biggest struggle with my parents, is getting them to understand that this is not it, and this is what society wants you to like feel like this is it. Like, I go to college, find a job, go to college, find a job. And my little brother, he's like 11 years younger than me. He just started college, and I told him, I was like, hey, like, finish college because mom and dad want you to. It's good to have a backup.
Absolutely.
I think college is, I'm not saying don't go to college, but I think it's a good backup. But I told him like, hey, do what you think is gonna make you happy at the end of the day, and on top of like make you income. So find something that you're good at that will make you income, give you that time to be able to do other things, but don't limit yourself to college and work.
100%. And before we wrap this up, I just wanted to share that my brother, because you brought up your brother, right? And he's going to college now. My brother was going to drop out of college, and he did. And before he dropped out, my dad calls me up, and he goes, why don't you talk to your brother? Yeah. And, basically he was trying to tell me in a nice way, like, convince him. Yeah. And I told him, I said, look, I'm going to tell him the truth. Like, I don't, personal experiences for me. I'm not saying it's for everyone, but what I will say is I don't think college is for everyone, personally. And I only I enjoyed it. I loved it. Had a great time. It was just a big party for me, right? And I got some education, it's a good background, right, to fall back on, like you said. But like my brother wasn't passionate about that. Yeah. And I said, just do what makes you happy at the end of the day, because I worked my ass off to get into a corporate ladder, and I was miserable. Yeah. And so like, it's not about it. Like you said, that's not it. Yeah, like for everyone. So like, really ask yourself those questions. Like, what are you going to be happy doing every day for the rest of your life? Exactly. Well, look, I appreciate you so much being on the show. I know people are going to have questions. Where can they find out more about you?
You guys can check out my YouTube channel. It's at MasiTrades.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Masi.
Thank you.